How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Join the Party, the show where I bring you guys a bit of news and have a topic that I feel like talking about. And hopefully I look just to get a tiny bit stupid so you guys can comment in the comments below and let me know everything I got wrong, because that's what YouTube's all about, you know what I'm saying? First up in the news, we have a bit of video game news. Big one coming out the gate, Red Dead Redemption 2. So what dropped for them is all the different editions you can buy. Now the special edition, it's got a bank robbery mission and gang hideout, dapple-backed thoroughbred, the Nuevo Paraiso gunslinger outfit, talisman and medallion gameplay bonuses, gameplay boosts, cash bonuses and discounts, plus you get 3 weapons free at the gunsmiths. Then for the Ultimate Edition, you get everything you got in the Special Edition, plus bonus outfits and free Survivor Camp theme, rank bonuses, black chestnut thoroughbred, free access to additional weapons. Now, I want to know how you guys feel about this. Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously going to be a huge seller, but these different bonuses that you get seem to impact not just the story mode. Well, they obviously impact the story mode because you get whole new missions if you buy the Special Edition and the Ultimate Edition, but also it would impact, I'm guessing, whatever multiplayer content they have, because you get better weapons, you get a bunch of extra bonuses, you get experience points, you get all that good stuff. You know, how do you guys feel about that? I know it's a big thing right now in the industry of should you be able to get a bunch of extras because you have more money to spend, and I don't think you should, but it's you guys' money, so how do you feel about it? They also have the Red Dead Redemption 2 collector's box. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it, but it doesn't have the game. And I don't understand the point in buying a collector's box if you don't get the game with it. I don't care how much cool stuff is in it. I don't care what it's got. If I don't get the game, what's the point in getting it without the game? If somebody gets it without the game, what are they going to do? They're going to act like there's some Red Dead Redemption fan without the Red Dead Redemption game? Useless. Then in Destiny news, because you have to have Destiny news, the Forsaken second year expansion was announced. $40 expansion, looks like it's going to be pretty big. There's going to be quite a bit of story content, maybe 4 to 5 hours. That's a guess. I have no idea. But $40, and you can't play Forsaken if you don't already have the previous 2 DLCs. And we know how the previous 2 DLCs went. People didn't really like them. People didn't understand them. It's just they're trying to make Destiny 2 as good as Destiny 1, and that's not what the second entry in a franchise should be. And now for the big news. E3, I guess it's not news, is coming up so soon, and I'm so excited for it. There's going to be some awesome stuff. I'm a Sony pony, so I'm so excited for the Sony press conference, but there's going to be some amazing stuff coming out, and I just can't wait. There's a bunch that has been leaked, but come on, guys, do you have any ideas of what could be coming out? Do you have any deep, dark secrets that you're hiding from the rest of us? Just throw them down in the comments and let me know what you think is coming. Now on to the movie news. I saw Deadpool 2 yesterday. I understand I'm late to the party. Movie was awesome. This isn't the movie review channel, so I'm not going to get into it, but I'm just going to say go see the movie. It's a great time. It's a great movie to just sit back, laugh, have a wonderful time at. There's also some dramatic moments that I didn't expect, but I did love. Next up, we have some DC news. Jared Leto's Joker is getting his own standalone Joker film, and they're still doing the Martin Scorsese executive produced Joker standalone film itself. So there's going to be 2 Joker standalones. There's going to be a Harley Quinn. There's just going to be a bunch of stuff coming from DC. And is this going to be a problem? They don't have the best track record of films, and if they're just trying to throw everything they can against the wall, cool, you might get one good one like Wonder Woman, but you're just going to have so much crap out there that people aren't going to believe in your brand name anymore. How do you guys feel about the Jared? I don't like Jared Leto. I don't like his Joker. I don't like the Joker as it was conceived for that movie. I'm completely biased against this. I'm definitely not excited for this Joker standalone with Jared Leto. A few new pictures for Halloween 2018 have come out, and I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this. Michael Myers, in my humble opinion, is the greatest of all the slashers, and Halloween 1 and 2 are the best of the slasher movies in general. But they should have a trailer coming on Friday. And if people aren't excited for that, then I'm sorry for you, because you don't have a soul. Also, I guess this isn't movie news, this is television news, streamable television. Amazon's Lord of the Rings show is confirmed for 5 seasons, and the budget is $1 billion. $1 billion. Now let's move on over to some comic book news. Wolverine's coming back in the Return of Wolverine, and he has a new power. He doesn't just have the healing factor, now he can heat up his claws and do some as if Wolverine needed to be any cooler. He's already awesome, but now, goodness sake, he's just gonna sear through people instead of slicing through them? Oh, it's gonna smell like a barbecue out in the war zone. And now what you guys are all here for. This is the topic of the episode, the tote, if you will. And it is why the Lord of the Rings movies are so good. I'll give you a hint, it's because of the adaptation process that they did. This may be a pretty controversial topic, but I think it's super relevant into what made the adaptation so good, and that's the Battle of Helm's Deep. The circumstances surrounding the battle, the characters, and their motivations. I think we need to start with Wormtongue, and Wormtongue's manipulation and control over King Theoden. In the books, it wasn't Sauron controlling King Theoden, it was Wormtongue and his manipulation and his words. But this change is so necessary in showing the strength that Sauron possesses in this world. We as an audience need to be reminded of Sauron because we haven't seen him since halfway through the last film. We need to be reminded of his power because he is going to be the catalyst for the battle at Helm's Deep and the Ents coming to Isengard to fight him. The stronger he is as a villain in this film, the stronger the climax of the film will be for us. Also, in the books, Wormtongue isn't beaten and cast out by Theoden and Aragorn, but he leaves. He goes back to Isengard to meet with Sauron so they can continue their plans. This leaves Éomer in Rohan with King Theoden, so when they go to the Battle of Helm's Deep, Éomer is still there. He hasn't been cast out. And who, might you ask, is the one who rides in with Gandalf halfway through the battle to help the men fight the Uruk-hai back off into the forest? It's Erkenbrand, the defender of the Westfold, who you don't know if you've only watched the movies. But it is completely unnecessary to bring in a new character at this point in the film that's already overrun by a ton of characters that we have to remember. We need a friendly face whose motives we understand, and casting Éomer out earlier in the film gives us the perfect opportunity with which to do this. It keeps the integrity of Gandalf's assault from the books intact without giving us bloated character development or a savior that we have no idea or recollection of who he is at all. Now, I know there are a ton of differences between the lead-up to the Battle of Helm's Deep and the Battle of Helm's Deep itself, between the books and the films, but I'm going to dive right into the most contentious one, and that is the addition of the elves. Elves aren't in the Battle of Helm's Deep in the books. They're just not there. It's not a part of it. But I think the argument and the reason why they're put in there is a lot more nuanced than just, oh, people wanted to see the elves, and the elves are this race of people that all fans wanted to see, and it's just a big thing for the populace of the audience members. In the books, the elves of Lorien and Mirkwood were in the north fighting in the Battle of Dol Guldur. There, they beat down the orcs while the Nazgul were away, and Lady Galadriel destroyed the walls in front of it. Now, this was a huge victory for not just the elves, but all the races in Middle-earth, and that's not a part of the movies at all. And this is why I think the elves are planted in Helm's Deep, to show you that they are sacrificing, they are fighting, they are helping in the battle against the dark forces in Middle-earth. You have to remember, up until this point in the movies, we only really see the elves as Elrond and his council telling other people what to do and trying to figure out what they should do with the ring to help save Middle-earth. Then you have Arwen, who is awesome, but she's the love interest for Aragorn. And then you see the elves in Lorien, and Galadriel just kind of helps out by giving them some gifts. And she's kind of scary when she might be taking the ring from Frodo. They do give them lambus bread, which is awesome. It helps the hobbits get pretty far. as an audience member, we need to understand that the war is on all fronts. It's not just the men fighting, the men of Rohan. It's not just the men of Gondor. It's everybody. There were so many amazing choices made in the adaptation of these books for the films. No book can ever be completely represented in a movie. It would be 18 hours long, and audiences would just get bored at that point. But what's really necessary to do is find the heart of the text and keep that intact through everything you're doing in the movie making adaptation process. Well, there you go, guys. That was Join the Party episode 4, Lord of the Rings movie adaptation. I know there's going to be some people who don't like that one, but if you want to see more of the videos for Join the Party, then click somewhere on the screen wherever I put this stuff. And have a wonderful day.